Now, yesterday, which was the 8th of June, was World Oceans Day. And I know I put lots of videos on the Facebook and the WhatsApp, so hopefully you got to see them. And I thought today we would make our own underwater picture. So you don't need a lot of things, but you've probably got more stuff than me. So the first thing you need is to do the invisible bit. So to do that, you need a white wax crayon. If you haven't got a white wax crayon, you could ask your grown-ups if they've got a candle. Now I've got two candles here. I've got a long candle and a short candle. They're actually both the same type of shape. Do you know what shape my candles are? They're cylinders. So we're going to do a special invisible mark making first. And this is going to make the shapes of our water under the sea. Because if you've watched the videos, you'll see the water moves all the time. When you move your arms like the water, it's swishing, the waves are going. So the first thing we need to do on our piece of paper is make it look like it's moving. So you're going to get your candle and you're going to use the edge and you're going to do wibbly wobbly lines. Now you can do it really fast, but then you might end up with lots in one place and not as much in the other. So it's really important that you go all over your piece of paper with your wibbly wobbly lines. Okay, so now I told you it's invisible. I'm going to show you mine just to show I'm not cheating. If you have a look, it still looks like a blank piece of paper. So what we need next is some paint. Now, I've only got little watercolours, but they do work. Obviously, there's more shops open now, so if you haven't got any paints, you can get some blue ones. If you can't get it, you might get away with blue food dye, but I'd put some newspaper down and gloves on because food dye sticks to everything. If you've got acrylic paints or squirty kiddie paints, brilliant. Just water them down a little bit and put a bit of hand soap in them because then it stops them staining everything. Okay, so I've got a brush, but you can also use a sponge, and I'm going to use my sponge first. And because it's the ocean, I'm going to go for blue. So I'm going to put it all over my piece of paper. Can you see my secret invisible lines are coming through? Okay, so I'm putting my blue on. Whoa. Now, the sea isn't just one colour blue. It's lots of colour blues. And also it's got some greens in. So I'm going to use a bit of green in my sea. And I'm going to use, so you want it to be a real mixture. See how many different blues you can make and find. You might want to add some yellow as well to your sea. Whoa, that's making it really greeny now. Okay, so you've got yellow. You might have bigger paper than me as well. So once it's like that, we don't want it staying wet, even though it's World Ocean Week. So we need to find some tissue to try and dry it off a little bit, or another piece of paper. So I'm going to see what I can find. Now, tissue. So a big cylinder. Toilet tissue will work, or blowy nose tissue will work as well. Now you don't want to lose all your paint. You just want to take some of the water off the top. Really slightly and push down. And all the extra water that we don't want is going to come off. Still looks really wet. Okay, can you see the colour the tissue is turning as well? Ooh, the tissue looks like it's an ocean as well. Now, if yours is a bit wet and you don't think it's blue enough, look. You can still see, if you look closely, the swirls in the background, and when it dries, you'll see them more. If you don't think yours is blue enough or watery enough, rather than just using a sponge, you can get your brush, get lots of the dry bits off, lots of the wet bits off, sorry, and you can do some wiggly lines, okay? If you want to make it look a bit more wavy. And you can do some green wiggly lines. Remember we said there's some green in the sea? Right there. And the white wiggly lines will come out later when it dries. Okay, now it's got to be really dry before you can put your sea fish on. Now fish, if you've been watching the videos, are loads and loads and loads of different colours. And they're really, really bright. And there's a really good story online, if you can find it, called the rainbow fish. So I thought today we would use the rainbow fish colours. But we're going to use our fingers and our thumbs. Specifically our big thumb and baby small little finger. Okay, so this is going to be the body of our fish. This is going to be our tail. Can you think of when we use our fingers for fish otherwise? Can you remember the song? When we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right. But we're not going to be letting any fish bite our little fingers. We're going to be painting with them. So mine's not quite dry, but you can let yours. You could always blow on it. Or if you've got a grown up with a hairdryer and you're really careful, they might let you dry it with a hairdryer. But what we're going to do is I'm going to make an orange fish first. I've got my big thumb and we're looking for an oval shape. Okay, so you can make your thumb a little bit wet in the water. I've got a little bowl of water here. You might not be able to see it before. So you don't want to brush. Okay, if you don't like getting your hands messy, you could wear gloves to do this, okay? And I'm gonna make an orange one. You really want it to be strong. If you've got, like, as I say, children's paint, acrylic paint, this will work much better than watercolors. Right, got big orange thumb. Now make sure it makes the oval of your thumb. You see? And then, oh, I'm gonna put my fish on. I'm gonna have 3 orange fish. Okay, can you see my ovals? That's it. So we're going to do all our ovals first. We're going to give our thumb a little wash. You can keep washing it in the bowl, and as long as you wash your hands afterwards with soap and water, that's fine. And I know you're all really good at washing your hands at the moment. So you dry your thumb off and you pick another colour. So the next one I'm going to pick, give it wet again, is purple. So again, I've got to make it really, really purple. Now what you could do if you don't want to clean your finger between, you can see what happens when you mix colours. Thumb. And I'm going to do another 3. 1, 2. Oh, need a bit more purple. If it's not really strong, go back. You don't want faint fish. So we've got purple fish. Now, so you can put your thumb in, give it a little wash, as I say. You can wear a pair of gloves if you don't like getting your fingers and thumbs wet. Other thing you could use as well, if you've got proper children's paint, if you don't like it messy at all, you can use a potato and spiky, so please be careful. But if you've got a sweet corn holder for eating corn on the cob, cut a potato in half. You can put the potato holder, make sure the spikes do not come all the way through. This is a grown-up's job to set this up for you. And then you could dip your potato into paint if your child would feel more comfortable and doesn't like getting messy. Okay, next bit, done purple, done orange. I'm going to do yellow. So need a really bright sunshiny yellow. Now remember I said I'm going to do rainbow. So ages ago we did the story of the rainbow. If you can't remember it, you can always rewatch and see if you can remember all the colours that you need in a rainbow. So I've got yellow. Still notice they're all ovals. An orange, yellow, purple. Oh, I wonder if I can get a nice red fish. Let's have a look. Remember what animal it was in the Rainbow for Red? It's a very small animal. It lives outside and it's got black spots. Remember? It was a ladybird. I wonder if any of you ever seen any red fish in the ocean. Okay, got red. I've already got blue and green for the sea, so I'm not going to use blue and green. I might put a bit more red on that one. It's a bit faint. Okay, now I need to make the tails. This is the clever bit. You're not going to use your thumb for the tails. You're going to use your little finger. But for one oval, you need 2 little finger circles to make the tail. So you might make your tails the same colour. You might make them a different colour. So I'm going to make my first tails with my little finger pink. And I'm going to give my purple fish here boop, boop, a pink tail. And I'm going to give this yellow fish a boop, boop, a pink tail. Now you might need to go back and restock on paint to make it a bit stronger. Can you see how their tails are coming? They get a little tail, two fingers, and it looks like a circle this time rather than an oval. I'm going to have a green tail on my next one. I'm going for a dark green. Let me move the water so you can see. I'm going for a dark green. If you haven't got dark green, if you've got a light green and mix a bit of blue in it, make it darker. I'm going to give this yellow one a dark green tail. And I'm going to give this purple one a dark green tail. There we go. Okay. Or what about, what colours have I not used? I'm going to have a bright blue one. Here we go. So again, with a circle on the end of my finger. And I'm going to give this little purple fish a blue tail. And I'm going to give this orange fish a blue tail. Okay. Yeah. And, oh, I'm going to make a brown as well. A brown tail on this one. And a brown tail on this fish. So, one more tail that hasn't got anything on. I think I'll have a black tail. Now, when it's dry, if you want, you can get a pen and draw eyes on them and fins on them and all sorts. Or, if you want to make it seaweed on, you might go into the garden and get some grass and some weedy leaves and put it over the top and glue it on. Make it look like going through the bottom of the sea through all the seaweed. Okay, so you should now have a fishy picture made of thumbprints and fingers. So you've made your under the ocean picture. Remember to watch the video so you can see what type of fish and creatures live there. You could try and find the way of making an under ocean crab out of your fingers and thumbs. Or a shark. That one might be a bit scary though. Remember to say, you can go get some grass from outside and make it so it's all seaweedy as well. Lots of fun. And if you've got any glitter, make it sparkle like they've got bubbles as they're breathing. Enjoy making it. Bye.